The RFU announced it will bid for the 2025 Women's World Cup, with matches being hosted across multiple cities in England. The RFU say it has provided an expression of interest to World Rugby, with formal bids to be submitted in January next year. The aim is for the tournament to be the best attended Women's World Cup ever, while growing the domestic and global game. It's estimated the Games would boost the UK economy by £156 million. The RFU needs to secure public funding for the bid to go ahead. Well, the RFU Chief Executive Bill Sweeney says securing RWC 2025 would add to the impressive list of major sporting events that the UK has attracted since London 2012, reinforcing the UK's international reputation as a leading major events destination and a global leader in promoting women's sport. As well as providing great economic returns, hosting the tournament would help to further promote rugby as an inclusive sport and provide a springboard to narrow the gap between male and female participation. Well, the final would be held at Twickenham, with the RFU promising a sellout crowd at the 82,000 capacity stadium. They want to attract 500 new female coaches, 1,000 match officials and 60,000 new registered female club players. The legacy of the tournament would be used to help all home nations, with the long-term goal of all of them qualifying for the World Cup in 2029. They also want to recruit 30 elite female referees. A feasibility study has estimated matches to be worth £156 million to the UK economy, with a boost of £86 million in legacy projects. It's all subject to the RFU getting help from the government and the private sector. Well, let's get more on this now and speak to Jill Burns, one of the pioneers of English women's rugby. In fact, she played in the first ever Women's World Cup way back in 1991. Great to speak to you this afternoon, Jill. You heard the plans there. How excited are you by them?
Really excited, almost as excited as I was when I was playing the game myself. Yeah, it's wonderful news. To have the game here in England, where women's rugby is, growing very quickly, spreading the word of the game and sharing the love of rugby with everybody, not just the blokes. It's fantastic news. I'm absolutely delighted.
You mentioned yourself your own participation in 1991 there, 2010 as well, that the Rugby World Cup was here. How different do you think the tournaments would be from those two previous occasions particularly?
Massively different. I mean, every Women's World Cup has grown. More and more people watching, more and more people being drawn into the game, because it is a fantastic spectator sport, and we're getting more and more fans all the time. But it's going to be bigger and better. And run by the RFU, you can ensure it will be done totally professionally. And I'm really excited at the prospect of what will be the biggest event that's ever hit the women's rugby world. I can't wait.
We've seen it with so many other major sporting events, the opportunity for legacy and moving things on. And it's not just about hopefully seeing an England team win on home soil. It's all those other things we heard there about new coaches, new referees, new players being registered as well.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. It's about just bringing rugby to the screens, to the newspapers. It's just out there for all people to see. So all young kids out there can see that rugby is a game for all, and they can be involved in so many ways, so many positive ways, and it can have such a massive impact on your life and make a world of difference for people. So, yeah, it will inspire a generation, and it will also inspire generations who perhaps aren't young enough to be able to play themselves, but inspire older people to stay involved in the game and continue volunteering and getting all the sort of positive things back from being a volunteer. Yeah, very exciting. With
all the things that will come from hosting a World Cup, obviously the initial outlay is an expensive one. Are you confident that the RFU will be able to find the money to put this on? Because we are obviously still coming out of a very difficult financial outlook, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm confident in the RFU team that, they have had a difficult time, as has everybody. But if any team in the world is going to be capable of producing the finest Women's Rugby World Cup, then the RFU is the team to do that. So, yeah, I am confident with them.
Just give us a sense from a player's perspective of just how special it is to play in a World Cup on home turf.
It's just the ultimate sporting ambition for so many players. It is a dream come true to even get an England shirt on your back, and then the next dream is that you get to go to a big championship, and then the next dream would be the possibility of a World Cup. So, yeah, the chance to play home World Cup is unbelievable, and the opportunity that could be there to lift a World Cup in your own home venue is second to none. So, yeah, exciting times for everybody involved, and I really hope that World Rugby take note and listen to the RFU and give us a chance to show what England can offer.
Jill, really lovely to speak to you this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Cheers.